So we're here in Clovis, California, getting ready to set a new Kohler toilet in the upstairs Jack and Jill bath. And one thing we noticed is that the brass screws that mount the flange to the floor, as you can see, this first one, it just spins. It's not connected to anything. Second one spins. Third one spins. This last one has a little bit of bite to it, so we're going to leave it alone. But what keeps this flange fastened to the floor are those screws. And in turn, what keeps the toilet bolted down to the flange is dependent on those screws. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and drill some holes and put some new screws in, at least around where the closet bolts are mounted either side. Get this fastened down securely, and then go ahead and install the toilet. Hopefully the next toilet is not in that condition, or we'll have to run and get some more hardware. Outside of that, we will take up another video when we're done. So we're still in Clovis, California, in the Jack and Jill bathroom, and we discovered a huge hole in the floor. The flooring has been saturated, the toilet's been leaking, and so this particle board has broken through. I'm not sure why it's particle board. Should be plywood. Could be plywood. I mean, you can see the huge gaping hole that goes down into the cavity between floors by the joist. So anyways, all wet all the way around to here. We did go ahead and find some dryness in these two areas, at least enough to get a couple bolts in there. These are zinc coated. They should be stainless steel or brass. We don't have any. As long as we get this sealed correctly, I think those will do fine. Plus the homeowner let us know that they're maybe spring of 2018. So right now we're October 2017. By spring, they're thinking about doing a remodel, and I let them know that'd be the best time to come in here and demo back the damaged subfloor. Get some new subfloor in before they put in new floors, replace the closet flange, get everything mounted the way it should be. So anyways, you got 3 bolts in. That one seems to be pretty secure. The existing brass bolt right there is snug, but they're very short brass bolts. You can see that's just silly. They're like 1 1/4. Dumb. Anyways, we got it fastened down. We let them know what we're going to do and to be very gentle with this toilet, because we cannot warrant this installation. We can get a toilet set for you, but we can't warrant the life of this toilet. So get to remodel as quickly as your finances will allow. We'll come back out, get the toilet pulled, get the demo done, get the floor patched, get this flange back in there. And after the remodel, we'll get the toilet reset, and then we will warrant that installation. So we'll go ahead and get the toilet set, take another video, make sure that it's good.
Sweet kid.
So we're still here in Clovis, California, and the third part of the video here, we got the toilet installed. It's sitting down pretty well. So left side is the problem side. That's where the subfloor is corroded away. Put a new bolt in, the only place that we could, but it was still subfloor. Tightened it out pretty secure, but we can't over tighten it for fear of pulling that screw loose. So it's bolted down good. It's hard to tell with me holding the camera because I move when I try and bump this, but this toilet is set real good. The only thing I hear moving is the toilet seat. So anyways, you saw the repair earlier. Got the bowl set, tanks installed. It is filling correctly, shutting off correctly, and flushing correctly. We did go ahead and replace the supply. We like to do that while we're in here just so we don't have any problems with the existing. So that's a Fluid Master 3/8 by 7/8 by 20 inch braided stainless steel supply. So anyways, we tested it as much as we can tell. This installation is done. We're going to go to the master bath right now and take a look at that and see if we have any problems with that flange. Get started on the second toilet. We'll take another video when we're done. So we're still here in Clovis, California, in the master bath now, and got the old toilet pulled off of there. The flange is in better shape than in the hall bath. The subfloor is dry, so it's in good shape. The flange, though, is up pretty high. When they went to glue this down, they didn't get it all the way to the floor, and so there's quite a big gap. Hard to see, but anyways, it's not setting down on the floor, and so it's up off of there substantially, and so it doesn't leave a lot of room. They use real tiny brass screws, but it is in pretty good shape. What we did do, though, just for fun, went ahead and put one extra screw here. It's a 2-inch long lag, maybe even 2.5. Little too long because you don't need to go that far down, but anyways, it did grab wood. Put another one right here because we pulled on that, and these tend to get bent around a lot where it's notched in for the closet bolts. When you pull up on those, it does begin to pull the plastic up and bend it eventually. ABS doesn't break real easily, PVC does, but anyways, these existing brass screws that are around here, they're just too short to do anything. So we only had 2 left. We got them mounted in there. I think this will be fine. Those 2 bolts, they're real close to the mounting bolts, the closet bolts. So these 2 lag bolts that are in there that I put in, those should hold it down pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and get the toilet set. Take another video when we're done. So we just finished installing a toilet in the master bath. It's the Kohler Cimarron, and it's the round bolt. Anyways, got this set down. The previous video, first portion of this video, it showed the flange and it's in pretty good shape. Put a couple bolts in there to hold it down. And put a couple shims in the back just to hold it up. Had a little bit of movement here at the front of the toilet, so we shimmed it in the back, kind of lowered it down so you can see, or hear actually, solid insulation. So anyways, it's tied back in. We did have some trouble when we tied back in. Went to flush the water out of this line and shut it back down, and the existing shutoff valve would not shut down. That guy right there would not shut down, so we had full stream of water. No way to shut it off. Had to kink this hose real quick and hook it up temporarily. Then we came back, shut the water down to the home, and replaced it. So what you got here is a ProFlow quarter turn shutoff valve. So it's got a stainless steel ball in there, and quarter turn on, quarter turn off, quarter turn on. And so that's in, looks good. We'll wipe this down, make sure there's nothing dripping out of here. Brand new Fluid Master 3/8 by 7/8 by 20 inch supply line up to the toilet. And one thing I did note right here, as you can see, maybe if I look down at it, you can see this line is kinked. So from when they packaged it, they got that line in there and smashed it down, and so it got kinked. I tried to put it in a position to where it wouldn't collapse, but I think, you know, if you have some time, go by Home Depot, Lowe's, and you're just looking for a fill tube. It goes over from the fill valve to the flush valve, or certainly you can pull this off. If you do try and pull it off of here, make sure that you hold on to this flush valve, and it just pulls right off. But don't pull it with this because it's just plastic down there. So hold on to it, pull it off, pull that off, take it over, get yourself a new piece of hose, or just ask them, you know, ask them what it is and replace that. As long as this doesn't collapse all the way, this portion right here, you're fine. But, you know, for insurance purposes, if you want to, you know, just be absolutely certain, then that's what you do there. So anyways, we've got this filling correctly, shutting off correctly, and flushing correctly. So we're going to put the lid on, go ahead and set the seat, caulk the bottom, and that will be it. Outside of that, we're done.